On the seventh day of the Derek Chauvin trial, multiple police experts called on by the prosecution testified how the former Minneapolis police officer failed to follow his training during the arrest of George Floyd. The Minneapolis Police Department's use of force coordinator, Lieutenant Johnny Mercil, who said he has trained hundreds of police officers, described Chauvin's restraint of Floyd as unauthorized. "We tell officers to stay away from the neck when possible," Mercil testified. Sergeant Ke Yang, who handles crisis intervention training for the MPD, testified about the importance of de-escalation and recognizing when a person is in crisis, noting Chauvin took a 40-hour crisis intervention course in 2016. Nicole McKenzie, a medical response coordinator and CPR instructor for the department, testified Minneapolis police are required to provide first aid and call emergency services to suspects in need of medical help. McKenzie said if a suspect is unresponsive, officers must check their airways, breathing, and circulation, and must start CPR immediately if they cannot find a pulse. Dr. Bradford Langenfeld, the emergency room doctor who treated Floyd after his arrest, testified on Monday he was not notified any of the 4 officers on scene performed CPR on Floyd. During cross-examination, Chauvin's defense attorney Eric Nelson sought to draw a distinction between what officers learn in training and what they have to do in practice, given the unpredictability of real-time decision-making. Nelson pressed multiple witnesses on whether the crowd of bystanders gathered at the scene made it more difficult for Chauvin to act as he was trained. "If you're trying to be heads down on a patient that you need to render aid to, it's very difficult to focus on that patient while there's other things around you," McKenzie said in response to a question from Nelson. She also said a crowd of bystanders can lead an officer to miss something a patient is experiencing.